In this video, I'm going to bring up four different studies and talk about knee valgus and understanding it. In the four studies, it's just going to be basically talking about ACL injuries, jump landing mechanics, and the importance of ankles and ankle mobility, and the importance of a landing and having good landing mechanics. So I'm going to put those on the screen and read them at your own pace. But the only thing I'm going to talk about very quickly is knee valgus. Knee valgus, it sounds crazy, but in simply is basically knee valgus is when you jump, and then when you jump, does your knee go in or out when you jump? Does it go outwards or inwards when you jump off the ground? And when you land, does your knee go inward or outwards when you land on the ground? Either way those happen, it's called knee valgus, and it's externally or internally knee valgus. And you see this a lot with squatting as well. When you squat, you go down and then you push up. Do your knees go in or out when you push up? The knees going in or out, the importance of it seems very small and minor, but if it happens over and over and over and over again, you can have a lot of knee flexion and knee problems, and it could lead to ACL injuries. So when you're going in or out and then your leg goes out of full extension, that's a major problem. So that's mainly what knee valgus is. So if you see that term in the study, that's all it is, really just explaining it for you. So in the video, you'll see me do a couple things like a one-legged jump or landing on the floor, and it is very important when you're doing these movements that you have good ankle mobility, and your ankles and your feet are taking the most impact from the ground. If your ankles and feet are not taking the most impact, your knees are second there, and that's what causes valgus and that's what causes ACL injuries. So you want to make sure that a lot of your impact when you hit the floor or you jump off the ground is coming from your ankles and not your knees. So you'll see when I land on the floor, I land mainly on my toes just to take a little bit more force off my knees, and I don't want to land on the heels of my feet or on the balls of my feet. Try and land on my toes to put more force on my ankles. And when I jump, I take my time and I jump off my toes, which puts more force on my ankles. And then the tube walking, why I do that is for the knee valgus, keeping my knees in a straight line, making sure they're not going in or out, and also for stepping, just focusing on stepping mechanics, gently feeling the floor, gently touching the floor, which is kind of getting those recruitment patterns going for me in terms of how important it is when I land on the ground, how my ankles and toes need to be doing most of the work and not my knees, so I don't get an ACL injury. These three movements, the box jump, one-legged box jump, and tube walking, as well as the tube walking, just stepping on your tippy toes. Those are four perfect exercises those are four perfect exercises for anyone looking to increase their vertical jump and learn to land softly on the ground, as well as your landing mechanics and your jumping mechanics. Hope you enjoyed this video. This tailors more towards basketball players, but it's still important for hockey players when you're cutting and pivoting back and forth and changing directions and, just going up and down the ice. Your knees go in and out whenever you do that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if you like this video or did not. Appreciate it.